Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to the channel. So we are going to continue with our second part of our color along, and as you can see, I did not finish my homework because I have been sick for a whole week now, pretty much. And I'm still kind of sick, but I am feeling a little better, so I thought I would keep going, but you'll have to excuse me if I need to stop for a drink or just to stop to catch my breath in general. But before we get started, I'd like to give a special shout out to Amira. I hope I'm saying your name right. She just became a Patreon. I do have a Patreon, it's linked below, and she became a Patreon member. So special shout out to Amira, and thank you so much for your support, and I really appreciate it. So today we are actually not gonna do the panda because I thought it would be cool to start on the snow. And I do have, because we are using the Outbreak Doers or the polychromos, so I have both sitting here and I have the colors we're gonna use, and let's get started. So we have, what we're going to use is a sky blue, light phthalo blue, and light cobalt turquoise, and I have those here, and these are the Outbreak Doers. So here are the colors here, and I also have them here in the polys. So as you can see, my polys are more well loved, so I was trying to make myself use the Outbreak Doers, but you can use either one. And I'll probably be switching between both. So, okay. So I thought I would start on, let's see, where can we start? Maybe let's start on this branch. I mean, it is a branch, but we can start over here. And so I'm going to take the sky blue, which is what we're using first, and I'm going to put it down, but I'm only gonna go halfway. So from the bottom, I'm gonna come up halfway, and I'm going very lightly with this, very light, but only halfway. So when you get to this bigger chunk right here, this bigger chunk of snow, I'm gonna come up right to where these little dots are ending. That's where I'm gonna stop. I know it's hard to see because it's a very light color that I'm using, so it's a little hard to see, and you only want to put a little bit down. Now if you're going to activate this, I would wait until you have all the colors down, but I probably will not activate it. We will see. I'm ignoring the crystals for now. I'm only doing the snow. I'm just gonna move this here. Only the snow, just to get the base layer down. We will do the crystals, or the icicles, they are, but for now we are going to kind of ignore them. And I'm opting for blue snow this time. So I hope You guys should be able to see a little bit where I stopped at. Hopefully. Okay. You probably can't really see here, but there's snow here too. Okay. Next, I'm going to take light phthalo blue. Excuse me. And coming up from the bottom. And you're only putting these colors down very lightly. This is snow, so it's not going to be very dark. Just dark enough because there will be some, my background is going to be black. So maybe I will show you guys what I'm going to do with that in this video also. Just so that you can have things to do while you're waiting on the next part, because I don't record all of these at the same time. When I upload them is usually the same day or a day after me recording it. I don't do them all at once. I don't have the energy or the time because I do still work five days a week. So I don't have the free time to record, you know, all of the videos at once. I would love to sit down and be able to record a whole page in one sitting, but I also don't color that fast. So what you see and when you see it is usually when I color it. So you'll just have to kind of bear with me. My color alongs are not your traditional color along where, you know, it's got the fancy music and it's all sped up. And no, I talk through all of mine because I don't know how to do the fancy music and stuff. Plus, I feel like when I talk you guys through it, I feel like it's a little bit better because some people don't, you know what I mean? Like, they can see what I'm doing, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be able to do what I'm doing. So, I try to talk through it, and then I like to give homework because I'm a slow colorist. I don't do the whole thing in one sitting. As you can see, my other homework is not done, and that's mainly because I got sick. Usually, I will try to have at least the homework finished before the next video, but it didn't work out that way this time because I got really sick. So, I couldn't even talk. My voice was gone, and it's just terrible. I still cannot hear really out of my right ear. It's a little better. I can hear a little better, but it's still not quite, you know, where it should be. And this cough is also a little annoying now, but mainly everything else is much better. So, you know, I have a little bit of energy. So I thought, hey, let's get this color along done. Not done, but you know what I mean? Let's work on it so that you guys can have something to do and you're not just waiting on me. Okay. Light cobalt turquoise. Whoops. Didn't mean to shake you. I'm going to grab a drink for a second. I have my watermelon juice next to me. Light cobalt turquoise. And this part is actually going to go right at the bottom. Just a little bit of this, just to give the blue some different color, and it's not just a stale one color blue for the snow. That's all this one is for. And like I said, if you want to activate it, you can, but you don't really need to. as I'm doing it and I'm looking at it, I don't really need to. Maybe on some of the smaller ones to help blend it a little bit faster, but it's not really needed. We are leaving the top part of the snow white. So you can come in with white and go over it, or you can just leave it like that. I'm gonna probably come in with a paint pen and go over that, but I will do that probably after the background because I don't want any of the background to kind of bleed over into it. So I'm gonna black out the background, and then I'm gonna go over the snow areas with the white paint pen. If you don't want to go over it, you don't really need to, because when you do the black background, hopefully it should, once you black it all out, it should kind of blend in. But in case it doesn't, I'm gonna have my white pen to go over. And then some areas where the black isn't gonna touch the snow, you'll definitely want to white that part out. If you don't have like a paint pen, you can use like white acrylic paint or a white gel pen. I know a lot of people have gel pens. You can use a white gel pen for that. Or if you don't want to white it out at all, you don't have to do that either. All right, so you guys probably can't really see, but it is definitely there. And so now I'm gonna come back in with my sky blue, and I'm just gonna bring it out a little bit more. Just a little bit, so we can see that difference a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just bringing it out. So now you can see the different colors of the blue a little bit better. And like I said, if you want to activate it, you can, but you don't really need to. If you just want that blended look. But you don't really need to. But just to show you, let me grab my water brush. And so this water brush looks like it has seen its days, but let me just make sure it's clean. This is my Faber-Castell water brush, and I use this one a lot, so it's pretty, yeah. So you want to come from the middle and work your way down if you're going to do this, because you want to make sure that that white area is still, you know what I mean, there. You don't want to cover that. So now if you do this, be prepared when it dries to go over it with some sky blue or something, and be prepared to also keep dabbing your brush so you don't spread that color everywhere that it shouldn't be. So activating it is a bit of an extra process, but you can do it. You can even like blend this out a little bit more so you don't have that line. But just remember to keep wiping your brush so that it doesn't get, the color doesn't just go where it wants to go. You want to keep it where it is relatively. But it does make it pop a little bit more, but I'm gonna go in with my brush, with my pencil. I'm gonna go over it again. But this does help blend the colors together nicely. And you can really see that second blue that we brought out. That light turquoise. When you do it this way. And then you can also get rid of that harsh line that sometimes appears. So this is one way you can do it. You can activate it if you like. There we go, right? So for the crystals, we're using the same colors, but we are going to avoid the middle because the middle is where we're gonna add some sparkle and shine. So I'm just gonna come in with sky blue. And I'm just going to color the whole crystal because I'm not gonna leave any white because these are frozen, so we will just come with it's like frozen, so we won't leave any white. Okay, just going over it lightly. I think that's all the crystals on that part. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in with light phthalo blue, and for this I'm going to just come in and like down here at the where the snow connects with it, and also at the tip down here, and I'm gonna leave the middle white, or not white, but that sky blue. Same thing with this one. I'm gonna come down towards the center and I'm gonna come up from the bottom, leaving the center like that. This one's a tiny one, so you gotta be careful of how much you're leaving. But that's essentially what we're gonna do with the crystals. Bring it up from the bottom. Okay, now we're coming in with our light cobalt turquoise. And we're just gonna put a dab of this on the bottom here and a little bit down here. Just a little, not a lot for this one. Just enough to show its color. So this is just me experimenting also. Like my snow kind of changes depending on the picture. So sometimes it could be blue, sometimes it could be pink, sometimes it could be both, sometimes it could be kind of a yellowish color. It just really depends on what I'm feeling. Coming back in with sky blue. And so when you guys are watching my color along, sometimes they're long and sometimes they're pretty short. And I don't want you guys to feel like I'm not finishing the page with you. I am. It's just that I'm a slow colorist, so I can't, and I'm also terrible at editing. So I can't go off, complete it, and then be like, okay, now we're back, I'm all done. You know, like how you normally see on color alongs. So mine is more like okay, I'm gonna do this part with you and I'm gonna show you a couple times how to do it like we did with the crystals. I know it might have looked like nothing was kind of being done, but I do, like I said, I do work. I'm terrible at editing. So, and I'm coming in with my water brush now just to show you guys that you can blend it. I do, like I said, go off and complete it, and once it's complete and I have time, I record the next part with you and I talk you through it. So I hope you guys are okay with that. Oh, we missed the crystal. Jeez. I hope you guys are okay with that. And, you know, you still enjoy my color alongs, even though they're a bit different than your average color along. I hope you guys are still learning something and, you know, you're enjoying your time here on my channel. And speaking of, I am about 50 away from 1,000 subscribers. So if you are enjoying my channel and you like my videos and so on and so forth, go ahead and subscribe. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and it helps out my channel tremendously. So if you're enjoying and you haven't subscribed yet, you know, I would appreciate it if you did. So we are at 20 minutes and I think I'm gonna show you guys, because I do with these the lines that are on the blue side, I'm thinking of pulling out let me zoom out here. I have my Toolie Art acrylic paint pens, and I want to match one of these blues to this side of the sickle so they're not black. And I'm gonna do it with the snow as well. I just need to figure out which blue is gonna match. And if there's no blue in this one that matches, I have a few blues in my, this is the earth set that might match. These are earth tones. And I'm thinking of ordering, once Christmas is past and birthdays and things like that, I'm thinking of ordering another set, and I'm looking into getting either the blues or greens because that's what I use kind of a lot. And also the skin tones, because I use a lot of neutral colors. So that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna show you when I do it. I just need to pick out the color, and then at the end, and I won't do it now because I don't want it to kind of fade away. I was thinking of using one of these darker blues for the inside of the crystals. I think, I'm not really sure what too much of the difference is between the two that I have here. But this one for some reason seems really nice. And then we also have, we have some lighter blues, but I thought that it would get kind of lost in it, so I might not use those. I was looking at the darker blues, but I'm not 100% sure which one. This one seems a bit more of like a royal blue, and this one seems a bit like it has some green in it, maybe. Or maybe just, I'm not sure. But this one is calling to me for some reason. And then another thing I was looking at, this one here, this color here, it's clear, but it's like blue iridescent kind of. So I was thinking after we do the snowfall, adding some of that onto it maybe. But we'll see. For now, this is what the snow is gonna look like. And I'm gonna zoom out and I'll show you where the rest of the snow is gonna be located. So you're gonna wanna do this snow here with the icicles. These icicles, I assume, are coming from a branch up top somewhere, so do those as well. And then we have the snow going across the panda here. We have a little bit here. So that's it for the snow. So you don't have much homework. Me, on the other hand, I have quite a bit of homework. I have to finish his tail, and I also have the snow to do. So I have quite a bit of homework, and if I can get it all done today, because I am off today, so if I can get the tail and the snow done today, then tomorrow I will upload the next part. But no promises, because I'm going to be working on the snow and the tail today. So again, here are the colors we used. So sky blue was our lightest, and then we came in with light phthalo blue, and then light cobalt turquoise at the bottom to give the blues some variation. And we used the Albric Dewars from Faber-Castell, and we actually activated it, but you don't need to. And you also don't need to use the Albric Dewars. You can also use the polys because they come in the same color. And for those of you that are not using color pencil at all, and you're using like markers or something like that, Pitt pens actually follow the same colors and numbers as the Faber-Castell polychromos, but they only come in a 60 set. So you're going to have to kind of pick what's the closest color. Same thing with your alcohol markers and things like that, Prismacolors. I am working on a chart that is going to kind of, whenever I'm using, you know, polys, I'm thinking of putting it on the back of these and just showing you like, hey, if you're using, you know, Prismacolors, then here's the number that you can use that's the closest, or here is the number in Holbein's that's the closest, Pablo's, like that. But I'm working on it, so bear with me on that. And with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you are enjoying my color alongs. Amira, again, thank you for becoming a Patreon. I appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.